Hello, my dear friends. This is Rajesh Mahapatra. I hope all of you are doing well and happiness. In this session, I'll be telling you about the concept of Cloud SQL Auth Proxy in Google Cloud Platform. How the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy can be used in Google Cloud services. Apart from this, I'll guide you where can be used Cloud SQL Auth Proxy in your real world project, and I'll also give some example and benefits of Cloud SQL Auth Proxy so that you can easily understand it. Based on your project requirement, you can implement it. Guys, let's get started. Guys, I'll guide you what is Cloud SQL Auth Proxy in Google Cloud Platform. Cloud SQL Auth Proxy is a tool provided by Google Cloud Platform that allows you to connect your Cloud SQL database from a local machine or from resource outside of Google Cloud Platform without having a whitelist specific IP address or managed SSL certificate. The auth proxy helps establish a secure connection between your application and the Cloud SQL instance. It encrypts the traffic between the client and the databases. Cloud SQL Auth Proxy authenticates connection using IAM credential, which eliminates the need to manage user accounts and password at the database level. This can simplify your security posture and make it easier to manage access to your databases. Instead of managing a list of approved IP address, you can use the auth proxy to authenticate users and manage access to the databases. Developer can use the auth proxy to connect to a Cloud SQL instance from their local development environment, making it easier to build and test application. The auth proxy is compatible with wide range of programming language and platform, making it versatile and usable in different development environment. It eliminates the need of whitelist IP address, which can be problematic if you have a dynamic IP address that changes frequently. Guys, now you understand Cloud Auth Proxy is a useful tool for securely connecting to your Cloud SQL database from various environments, especially when you want to avoid the complexity of managing IP whitelist or dealing with dynamic IP address. Then you should go for Cloud SQL Auth Proxy. Guys, let's discuss about how the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy work. First of all, I'll give some idea about how the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy work in Google Cloud Platform. Basically, the client is the application that need to access the Cloud SQL instance. The client can be running on premises in the cloud or Kubernetes engine. The Cloud Auth Proxy is a proxy server that mediates all communication between the client and the Cloud SQL instance. The Cloud SQL Auth Proxy is responsible for authenticating to connection and encrypting the traffic. The Cloud SQL instance is the databases that the client needs to access. The Cloud SQL instance can be hosted in Google Cloud Platform or in an on-premises environment. As you can see here guys, all the steps as I mentioned for the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy works as the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy is installed on the client machine or the Kubernetes cluster. The Cloud SQL Auth Proxy is configured to the connect to the Cloud SQL instance. The application connect to the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy using a local connection endpoint. Then guys, the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy authenticates the connection using IAM credential. The Cloud SQL Auth Proxy establishes a secure connection to Cloud SQL instances. The application sends database requests to the Cloud Auth Proxy And guys, the Cloud Auth Proxy forward the request to the Cloud SQL instance, and the Cloud SQL instance send the response back to the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy. The Cloud Auth Proxy forward the responses back to the application. Guys, as you can see here, the diagram, the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy works by having a local client running in the local environment. Your application communicates with the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy with the standard database protocol used by your database. The Cloud SQL Auth Proxy uses a secure tunnel to communicate with its associate process running on the server. Each connection established through the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy creates one connection to the Cloud SQL instance. Guys, when an application connects to the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy, it checks whether an existing connection between it and the target SQL instance is available or not. If a connection does not exist, it calls the Cloud SQL Admin API to obtain an ephemeral SSL certificate and uses it to connect to Cloud SQL. Now guys, I hope so you understand it. Guys, as you can see here, Cloud Auth Proxy can be used in Google Cloud Platform as connecting to the Cloud SQL from Kubernetes engine. Guys, Cloud SQL Auth Proxy can be used to connect the Cloud SQL instance from Kubernetes engine application. This is common scenario for companies that are building cloud native application. For example, a software company can be used Cloud SQL Auth Proxy to connect its Kubernetes engine application to a Cloud SQL instance that store user data. This allows the company to scale its application horizontally without having to worry about the managing database connection. Guys, the connecting to Cloud SQL from on-premises environment, the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy can be used to connect the Cloud SQL instances from on-premises environment such as data center, private networks. This is common scenario for all the companies that are migrating their database to the cloud. For those that need to keep their databases on premises for compliance reason. For an example guys, a company might use the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy to connect its on-premises CRM system to the Cloud SQL instance that store customer data. This would allow the company keep the customer data secure in the cloud while still allowing sales team to access the data from its on-premises environment. Guys, connecting to Cloud SQL from Cloud Run. The Cloud SQL Auth Proxy can also be used to connect to the Cloud SQL instance from Cloud Run. This is a common scenario for companies that are building event-driven application. Connecting to Cloud SQL from App Engine. As you know guys, the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy can also be used to connect the Cloud SQL instance from App application. A company might use the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy to connect its App Engine application to a Cloud SQL instance that store product data. This would allow a company to create a scalable web application that can display the product information to the user demand. Guys, connecting to the Cloud SQL from App Engine. Basically, the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy can also be used to connect the Cloud SQL instance from App Engine application. This is common scenario for companies that are building scalable and reliable web applications. For example, a company might use the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy to connect its App Engine application to a Cloud SQL instance that store product data. This should allow the company to create a scalable web application that can display product information to users on demand. Similarly guys, connecting to the Cloud SQL from Cloud Function. The Cloud SQL Auth Proxy can also use to connect the Cloud SQL instance from Cloud Function. Guys, this is also a common scenario for companies that are building the serverless application. Guys, as you can see here, some of the benefits of Cloud Auth Proxy in Google Cloud Platform as secure connection. The Auth Proxy helps establish a secure connection between your application and the Cloud SQL instances. Easier connection authorization. The Cloud Auth Proxy use IAM permission to control who and what can connect to your Cloud SQL instances. Now guys, you can understand what is Cloud SQL Auth Proxy and where the Cloud SQL Auth Proxy can be used in the Google Cloud Platform. Thank you and have a great day.